Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to work on the question from session 3 review that I couldn't finish in the class. So this question is part of the stock valuation and it's part of the subtopic about supernormal growth. So let's reading the question together. So I already summarized the information that you were given here. So this question is kind of different from the other question we worked before because actually the growth is not has like abnormal growth. It's actually constant since year one. The thing that kind of different and it's not normal like we worked with before is the required return, which you see here that is break into like 3 different required return based on the different years. So with this fact, because we know that in order to find the present value of dividend or basically price of the stock at any time, you need to have dividend one period ahead and divide that with R minus G. So if you're going to find the price of this stock at time 0 based on this required return, which required return you're going to use, so it's just kind of awkward, right? So in order to mitigate this problem, you basically have to work with 3 stop periods. So we have to separate this information and work with it into 3 steps. Okay, so in step 1, we're going to work with all the cash flow or dividend that happen after year 6 or basically year 7 until forever. Okay, so until forever. And then section 2, we're going to work with cash flow and dividend that happen from between year 4, 5, 6. And the last step, we're going to work with the cash flow that happen between year 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's work with step 1. So in step 1, we basically gonna find what will be the value of all dividend that happen from year 7. Okay, so this is year 7, 8, until forever. And you have dividend that pay each year here. We want to know what will be the present value of this dividend. Okay, so basically, put the other way to say, if you sell the stock at the end of year 6, what will be the price that you're going to get from this scenario of the cash flow? Okay, so in order to find the value of all this cash flow, okay, from year 7, 8, 9, 10, we know that the growth is constant, required return is constant, so we can simply use this dividend growth model, right? So in order to find that, we need to find dividend at year 7 first. So dividend at year 7 comes from dividend at year 1, and it's grow at 5% for 7 years, right? So what you get, this one will be equal to 3 point, when you do on your calculator, let me show you too. So you just do like, for some people who get confused how to use this, I usually work with the one that has more complication, which is the power. So 1.05 to the power of 7, okay, equal, and times this with 3.15. So I got 4.43 for dividend at year 7. 4.43. Okay, so in order to find present value of all this cash flow from year 7 until year forever. So I call this will be P6. So is equal to D7 divided by R, which is now R is 9, G is 5. So 9 minus 5%, and this will be equal to 110.81. Okay, so one part done. Second part, you do kind of similar way. So we find dividend first. So at the end of year 4, you have dividend which is equal to 3.15, which is D0, grow with 5% for 4 years, and then year 5 will be D0 times 1.05, grow 5 years, and year 6 will be 3.15, grow with 5% for 6 years. Okay, so that will be individual dividend that you're gonna get if you somehow hold this stock from year 4, 5, 6. Also, if you somehow do not want to hold it further, then decide to sell the stock at the end of year 6, this will be the price that you're gonna get. Okay, so you have to include this with your calculation in order to find the stock price at the end of year 3. Okay, so if you want to estimate this cash flow year 4, 5, 6 at year 3, what will be the present value of this cash flow? So you have to add the stock price at the end of year 6 as well. So how can you do this? So you put all this in the cash flow function, which this one gonna be equal to CO1, right? And this will be CO2, and this will be CO3, which is equal to this two added together. So let's work on the calculator together. So I clear the cash flow, everything before I start working. So at year 0, that is actually it's year 3, and that's what we need to find present value, so you don't have to add anything. So year 1, which is this, will be 1.05. Again, work with the kind of complicated part first. To the power of 4 equal to this, and times 3.15. So enter this as CO1. CO2 will be 1.05, grow 5 times, right? Equal times 3.15 equal, and enter. And CO3 will be 3.15, I'm sorry, we start with the power first. 1.05 to the power of 6 times 3.15, okay, and enter this as CO3. Oh, sorry, you have to add with 110.81, so plus 110.81 equal, and enter. Okay, so to check that we have everything that we need. Okay, so CF0 is 0, and this is CO1, 2, 3. Okay, we good. Then you compute the present value of this cash flow with the rate 11 right here, right? So put 11 here, enter, and compute. So this is the present value of cash flow that happened between year 4, 5, 6, and all the lump sum that is basically the value of all dividend year 7 until infinity together. So let me write it down. So 90.82. So lump sum of this equal to 90.82. Okay, I don't want to put here, you're gonna get confused that it's year 4. Actually, it's year 3. Okay, so at the end of year 3, the lump sum of everything that happened from year 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, until forever will be equal to this. Okay, so the last step, we're gonna find the same thing that we did in step 2. We start find individual dividend first. So dividend at the end of year 1 will be dividend at year 0 that grows just 1 year. And dividend year 2 will be dividend year 0 that grow 2 years. And dividend at year 3 will be dividend at year 0 that grow 3 years. And again, if you somehow decide to sell this stock at the end of year 3, this will be the price that you can get. So you have to include this as part of your estimation as well. Okay, so this will go right here. So you put all this cash flow in your financial calculator. Okay, so let's start again. So at the end of year 0, we don't have anything yet. Okay, which is actually that's what we need to compute. So year 1 will be right here. You might not see here. Okay, 3.15 times 1.05. Okay, and I enter this as CO1. CO2 will be 1.05 cube, not cube, sorry, square, times 3.15, and enter this as CO2. And last one, CO3 will be 1.05 cube, right, equal times 3.15, okay, and then you add this with this part plus 90.82 equal and enter. So let's looking at this together. CO1, 2, and 3, okay, and then you can compute NPV with the rate 13%. Compute. So you will get the value of this stock today, 71.12. Okay, let me write down. So at year 0, okay, this will be equal to 71.12. Okay. So that will be your answer. So if you want to sell this stock today or buy this stock today, that will be the right price that you should pay or you should ask. Okay. Anyway, I hope this video helped you understand how to work with different scenario that is not quite straightforward as some other example that we worked with before, but again, it's just built on the same fundamental knowledge. Okay, so I hope this helped.